Hello friends, namaste. Welcome to my channel. Let's make it lovely. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icon for notifications. I post about crafts, DIY, home decor, party decor, kids crafts and food art. Today I'm going to show you how I did my Sreemantham decoration. I posted a detailed write-up of this decoration on my blog 3 years back. And I still get questions about how I set up the backdrop and which flowers I used to make my Ganesha. And recently I started getting same questions on my FB page and Pinterest. So I decided to make this detailed video. I'm going to show you where I got these flowers, how I made Ganesha, how to set up the backdrop stand, how to drape the fabric, and other details from my Sreemantham celebration. And these are the flowers I used for Ganesha. I'll share more details about the website at the end. Now let me show you how I made the flower Ganesha. I actually used a Dollar Tree foam board, but I highly recommend getting a quality one like this one. This is, I think, Elmer's brand foam board. This is a little bit stronger than the Dollar Tree foam board. On the foam board, first I drew a rough sketch of Ganesha with a pencil and made an outline where I want to cut it. Then, using a craft knife or an X-Acto knife, I cut out the foam board carefully along the outline. After that, I painted my Ganesha with red acrylic paint to match my red flowers. These are the flowers that I got online. I'll share more details at the end about this. To finish my Ganesha, I cut the little plastic stem at the back of the flowers to make them flat and stable. And then, using the hot glue gun, I stuck it on the cut foam board carefully. This Ganesha is easy to make and looks beautiful. I reused it for my baby's naming ceremony and hung it on my Pooja room wall for years. Now, let's move to the backdrop setup. I used this photo backdrop stand that I bought from Amazon. I'll show you how easy it is to set up a backdrop stand. Most of the photo backdrop stands or video backdrop stands look very similar. So I'm going to show you how this is done. There are two vertical poles that you just have to loosen the screws to extend them and tighten the screws to secure in place. And it is as easy as shown here. And here I'm just making sure that both the vertical poles are fixed at the same height. Now I'm putting together the horizontal one. This one came with 4 sections. Each section just has a button that you press and put together. You can use all the 4 or you can skip 1 or 2 to make it short or long. Now before putting together the stand, let me show the fabrics I used. I got this satin fabrics. The red one is from India. The ivory one here I got it on Amazon.com. For the ivory one, I stitched the top part like a curtain rod pocket so I can put it through the rod and then put it on the stand. Here I'm putting the ivory fabric on the rod using the pocket I stitched. Now I'm putting this final rod on the stand and now I'm going to fix it on both sides with the top screws. These are the regular safety pins and cloth clips that I'm going to use to fix the red fabric. Now I'm finding the center of this red fabric and putting it in the center of the stand using a cloth clip. Now I'm extending the fabric to the right and clipping it in the edge, and I'm doing the same on the left side. Now starting in the middle, I'm going to pleat it small and put it together with the clip. Now doing the same on the right side. And on the left. These pleats need not be perfect, just make sure these are small so you get a lot of frills. If this red fabric was long enough that it had reached the floor on either side, then it would have been perfect, but mine was short, so I'm just extending with another piece of red fabric on either side. After making any adjustments, when we are satisfied with the final look, we can go ahead and replace these clothes clips with safety pins. This is how my basic cloth backdrop was set up, but be sure to iron your fabric the before day following your fabric instructions. Next, I'm going to show how I hung these bead strings and the Ganesha on the stand. These are the bead strings I have. I got these from India. These have a key ring at the top which I put through a rope and then attached the rope to the stand on either side. Now I'm going to show you how it's done. Tie the rope as tight as possible. These bead strings I have are heavy, so it was little tricky for me to tie them tight enough without help. At this point, the stand is little unsteady because the beads are all strung together. Once we spread them out evenly, everything will be steady again. Using a safety pin, I am pinning the center of the rope to the center of the backdrop fabric to make it little more stable. Now after hanging the beads, we are going to do the red fabric over it. I'm just quickly going to show you how it is done again. If your bead strings are weightless, then you can skip this rope method and directly pin them to the backdrop fabric using safety pins. This is the final look of the backdrop setup. Be sure to iron your fabrics the before day so everything looks absolutely beautiful on your big day. Now to the middle of the stand, I attached my flower Ganesha using just a string and safety pin. My flower Ganesha was very light in weight because it's just made of foam board and fabric flowers, so I had no problem attaching it with a safety pin. Now I'm going to share the other details of the Sreemantham decoration. For the table in front, we followed the Sreemantham tradition and filled it with sweets, savories, fruits, nuts, flowers and diyas. We also added a pink cake because it was a baby girl. These are the tambulam plates for the guests, and I embellished the return gift bags with a thank you note. So that is my Sreemantham vlog, and I want to take a second to thank my friends and family for their great help. It really means a lot to me. Coming back to these fabric flowers, I got them on Etsy.com from a Thailand store named Faye Flower Shop. They were $18 for 100 flowers. I'm not paid for sharing this information, I'm just sharing it here because many of my blog readers wanted to know too. I will also share these links in the description box below. I hope this video was useful for you. In my next video, I'm going to share one more Sreemantham decoration that was done this year for one of my friends. I'm sure you will love it. So don't forget to subscribe and click on bell icon to get notifications as soon as I post a video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.